right, Takeshi on the PAX 12 floor over at the PAX 10 Indie Showcase area. We are checking out Deity, one of the selections for the PAX 10 this year. I'm here with
Ryan.
And what did you do for Deity?
I'm one of the programmers on the team.
Awesome. So could you tell us a little bit about what Deity is all about?
Deity is a stealth action game. It's inspired by titles like Diablo, Batman Arkham Asylum. And we took a lot of the visual appeal from the Diablo franchise. We had a lot of inspiration from the Diablo 3 videos while we were developing the game. And if you like any of those games, including Assassin's Creed, any stealth game, I think this would be right up your alley.
So I'm seeing this blue, or I'm sorry, purple gas flying everywhere. Can you explain what's going on?
So the player plays as this demon Archbane. We never actually tell the player the main character's name, but that's what we call him internally. And you're allowed to jump between these torches to gain leverage over your enemies. And if you notice, whenever I jump into one that's orange, it turns purple, and that means that it's kind of your torch. So when I stand in the light, I actually get damaged. And when I convert it, it removes the damage, so I won't get damage from it anymore. And so as you can see, I'm using the torches to kind of get around the enemies to be able to attack them from behind. Because if you attack the enemies from the front, you actually take some damage.
What sort of attacks do you have? It just seems like you're just jumping on them.
It's pretty much just that. It's called Devour. It's one of the main mechanics in the game. And we use it to kill things. So the game is entirely playable with just the mouse, left and right and middle mouse buttons. And the next mechanic in our game, the major one, is the chaining mechanism, which I can activate and it slows down time. And when I release it, it executes my plan of action.
So you can chain lights as well as people.
Yep, you can chain these gargoyles, lights, and enemies. So when you chain to an enemy from the front, you actually don't take any damage. Whereas if you were just to attack them immediately, you would actually take some of the damage. And the gargoyles are not able to allow you to hide onto them like the torches. They're only used for chains.
Is it usually all one-hit kills, or are there stronger enemies up ahead?
They're one-hit kills. We kind of built more of the stealth element into killing them quickly and hiding quickly. So we didn't want to have damage and things like that. We just wanted people to feel good about killing an enemy instantly. And then we get to the point when we introduce more enemies into the game later on in the game, but what we're seeing now is mostly just a tutorial level to teach you how to play. And what we found is that people really like the chaining mechanism. When you execute it, it does feel really good when you chain a whole bunch of enemies and you kill them all in one move. Right, let's wait for that. Hold on, there we go.
Is there any other mechanics that are up ahead?
Not really. These are pretty much all the mechanics there are to game. We wanted to keep it simple so it would work for a small game, a short game. For a seasoned gamer, it takes about 20 to 30, actually 30 to 40 minutes to complete the game for the first time. I wouldn't recommend playing it on hard for the first time because it's pretty hard.
Alright. So, do you have any information about release at this time? Is it already out?
So it's been out since December last year. And it's free to download. You don't have to pay anything for it. It's actually a student project that we finished sometime last year in December. And it's been released for the past 8 months. And right now we've been getting quite a bit of feedback over the last 8 months about what to do with it. And yeah, that's about it.
Any plans to keep on working on it and adding to it, or a sequel or anything like that?
We've talked about working on expanding the game in the future, but since we were all students when we did this, we graduated in May, so we're all out and about in the industry right now and getting some real-world experience. We don't really have a concrete plan for expanding in the game right now, but we really do want to revisit this idea in the future.
Is there anything that you want our viewers to know that I haven't asked you yet?
Download it. I can guarantee you won't be disappointed if you like any of the games I've mentioned so far.
And they can find it where?
Deity-game.com, or Googling for Deity Game should give it to you as the top result.
Great. Well, thank you very much for showing us Deity. This is Takeshi from the PAX 12 show floor. If you want to know more about Deity as well as other PAX 12 coverage, keep your eyes on GamesRadar.com.